and went through the same kind of curses and the same kind of pain that they did.
Word.
How can we relate to him even more? Of course we can relate to him even more because he lived like us. So let's find out what he looked like according to the scriptures.
Bring it out.
Bring it out real quick.
Book of Hebrews.
Right? You can bring that out.
14.
Yeah, you can bring that out.
What you reading for, huh?
Right, Revelations 1.
The book of Revelation 1 and verse 13, and it reads,
Precise, right? Bring it out.
and in the midst of the seven
The
candlesticks,
7 candlesticks, right?
one like unto the Son of Man,
One like unto the Son of Man, right?
clothed with a garment down to the feet,
So he was clothed to the garment down to the foot in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, the 7 churches, the 7 spirits, right? Right?
and a girt about the paps with a golden
So he had
girdle.
a golden girdle, right? Just like that gold right there. He had a gold belt on, man. So he wasn't rocking no goddamn sheet curtain around his damn arm with his nipple poking out, man. He wasn't no Roman with no goddamn wreath around his head, sitting there looking like a white man drinking some wine in a cup, right? With his feet out and just looking like a dirty dog. He had a gold girdle on. He had a gold belt on. That's right. In the midst of the 7 candlesticks, right? Just like that menorah right there. So he was coming in power and glory and royalty. Bring it out.
His head and his hair
Right?
were white like wool.
Yeah, white woolly hair. White is the color, wool is the texture, right? When you understand commas in this instance of this English Bible, right? So that's the texture. So who on earth got woolly texture hair? Watch that. Right? You ever seen a sheep if you don't shave them, what kind of hair they grow out? Like an afro, it's super big and puffy. It turns into a wool coat, right? Like a black person, right? So it's plain as day what his texture of his hair was like. It was white like wool. As white as what?
As white as snow.
So white is the color again. Now snow is the texture in the double fold context. Because if you look at snow packed together, it's more like an afro, right? White as snow. So his hair was white as snow. That's how pure the white was, man. You know?
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
So his eyes were as a flame of fire, right? Double fold in that as well, because he drank wine. And also, you ever heard that phrase, you got that fiery look in your eye, right? That's a so-called black man right there, man. Who looks like that? A white man can't look like that. He got a fiery look in his eyes, right? Bring it out.
And his feet like unto fine
Now,
brass.
this is the most important. His feet was like unto fine brass. When you look at brass, it's a derivative of brown. So when you're dealing with brass, like a brass instrument or like a brass metal, it's usually what color? Like a goldish or a brown, right? Different shades of brown. So, but brass, which is going to be the verb, now it's going to give us the whole context of what it's going to talk about. So it's talking about brass, but how dark was it though, right? There was brass like what? What type of brass?
As if they burned in a furnace.
As if they burned in the furnace. So if you take that brass, which is like a penny, and throw it in the furnace, get darker, right? So what color was Jesus Christ?
Brown.
He would be brown,
Brown
a so-called black man, right?
black,
A
yes.
so-called black man, right? And we understood that, right? Yes, we do, and we do have a flyer, and if you want to get the information, learn your true nationality, and we'll give it to you, brother. All right, so bring it out. Hey, pay attention real quick. Bring it out.
And his voice as the sound of many waters.
I like to bring this one out, too. His voice was the sound of many waters, right? I don't think he was sincere anyway. His voice was the sound of many waters. So when you hear with somebody with authority, his voice was the sound of many waters. He wasn't no 65 punk homosexual with blue eyes, man. Right. This dude had fiery red eyes, feet like burnt brass, and he had a wool texture hair like an afro, looking like Huey P. Newton, man. Right? And he had a voice that shook many waters. That's right. So by default, we know we can relate to him, man, because he's just like us. That's right. Now let's get back to his people. Right? Let me get drawing to 28 verse 54. Because this is who he coming to save. The people that's out here. How we living in Detroit? Right? DC, New York, Philly, right? Houston. How we living in these cities? We live in terror, man. It's going to explain that in this Bible. So if you want to talk about black history, this is the only book you need to open up. Right here. Right? This is the reciprocity of the black man. Bring it out.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 54.
I want to show you something. Because this is something that you can relate to. Bring it out.
So that the man that is tender among you,
Right?
and very delicate,
Right? So the man that's going to be tender among you and very delicate, he's going to say, bro, big dog, on G, homie, little homie, right? He's going to have a what?
his eye shall be evil toward his brother.
Now, when I first walked up here, I called you my what? My brother, right? So the man that's gonna be called like your brother, your bro, he gonna have an evil eye towards you, right? You ever seen that like a dude in Detroit say what set he from, right? What shoes he got on? Who is this nigga from? He can't hang with gang. Right. Right?
And
So this is something that we go through. Bring it out.
and toward the wife of his bosom.
But not only that, he's going to have an evil eye toward the wife of his bosom. We can attest to that by our music. We hear our brothers talking bad against our own women, right? So that's the evil eye towards our bosom. A bosom is somebody that's supposed to be close to your chest, right? Somebody that's supposed to have your back, your spine, your support. And we throw our women out like trash in the streets, man. We call them whores. We treat them like whores, man. So you got an evil eye towards your brother and an evil eye towards your wife of your bosom. Bring it out.
And toward the remnant of his
Now, this is
children.
something that we all affected by, right? Even when you have your father in the household, your family members are affected by this. So his children, which he shall what?
Which he shall lead.
Stay and raise.
Which he shall lead.
Take to the park.
Which he shall lead.
And who's the main demographic that's always on child support? The main ones that's always out the household, the so-called black man. The black man in specifically, man, right? And Hispanic man and Native American, right? But the different curses hit the different tribes differently. And this one hits the so-called black man in America. We known for leaving our children, right? The proof of that is my father was out the household, right? At a very young age, man. So we all can relate to that. When we read this Bible, we find out who we are.
That's right.
But what did the Bible call us? He called us niggas, African American. The name of two so-called white men, Liko Scipio Africanus and America Vespucci, right? Which is over 54 different countries in Africa, with over 12,000 different dialects, 1,000 different tribes in each country, and we gonna call ourselves all those. And then you got America, 50 different states, between the territory of Hawaii and Puerto Rico. And we just gonna put all these nationalities and cultures and languages all together. I'm African American, 2 continents on the entire earth, 2 hemispheres differently. And we all just one nationality. That don't make no damn sense, man. Right? That's oxymoronic, man. How you gonna be 2 places at once?
Bring it out.
So what's our true nationality? Negro? Black? It was calling Native Americans Negro. It was calling Hispanics Negro. So we're gonna let's get 20.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 29 and verse 1.
Right?
These are the words of the covenant which the Lord commanded Moses to make with the children of Israel.
Nigga.
The children of Israel. The children of Israel.
I'm a black man.
The children of Israel.
So within like 10 minutes of your time up here, right, in your whole entire life, where you learn your nationality was according to the Bible. What did the Bible say? Right, we just kind of read it, man. The children of Israel, right? Can you say that? The children of Israel. So what's your nationality if I ask you again? If I see you on the street, right, and you see us on this block, and I say, what's your nationality? Black man, what you gonna say? Children of
That's
Israel,
right.
That's your nationality, and it's a worldwide awakening happening right now. This is why all chaos is happening over there in the Middle East, because the true Israelites are waking up in Babylon, going to take back their land, man. Right? That's why the Iron Dome is failing with the Palestine and the Jewish war over there. Right? How you gonna chosen people of God and you still at war? They're not the real Jews. Revelations 2:9 real quick.
The book,
Right?
Book of
break them
Revelation.
down real quick.
chapter 2 and verse 9.
Because if you find out who you are, you gotta find out who is not who they are. Bring it out.
I know thy works
Right?
and tribulation.
Works and tribulation, right? You probably a slave in America working a 9-to-5 job. You in tribulation. You in hell. You in Detroit. Every city you go, you at the bottom, right? You got racist people against you. You got your own people against you. So we got great tribulation. But what?
And poverty.
And poverty, right? So the real Jews is gonna have tribulation and poverty, right? Bring it out.
But thou art rich.
Why are we rich? Because you rich in spirit.
That's
We
right.
still out here in America, still pleading our cause. When we have over 400 years of rape, robbery, murder, destroying the people, we still rising up with the Holy Spirit, man.
That's
Bring
right.
it out.
And I know
The Jewish, man, they go to one war over there, they ready to die, man. They need American help, right? We've been in America for years, and we just not asking them for help, right? We did everything on our own. We tried to build our own communities, right? They ain't the real Jews. Bring it out.
And I know the blasphemy.
What?
The blasphemy
So it's a blasphemy, right?
of them which say they are Jews.
Say they are what?
Which say they are Jews.
But are what?
And are not.
Or are what?
And are not.
They are not the Jews. So who's that talking about, brother? I'm gonna let you break it down. it's not talking about us directly, but it's talking about us being the real Jews. But who is it talking about in this context when it says they are not the real Jews?
The white man.
Yeah, calling themselves the what? The Jew. That's in the Bible, in the New Testament. Right in the last book of the whole entire Bible, which we never open up and read ourselves. But it tells you that the Jews are lying, the fake Jews over there in Israel, which get $4.2 billion in extortion money every year for what happened to them in the Holocaust. Yes, it's a fact, right? It's a signed bill, and I think Biden just upped it to 20, right? Brothers can correct me if I'm wrong. Y'all got to do a cold cut on that. He just upped it to 20. Yeah, last time I checked it. So they get over $4 to $20 billion a year. We're gonna put it at 10 to make it even. They get like $10 billion a year for what happened to them. But we built America. We don't get a goddamn crumb, man. Right? But we the real Jews. That's why he said tribulation of poverty. They're not in poverty right now. How the hell you in poverty and you got a whole goddamn Iron Dome to stop missiles and attack you? What missiles defense did we have when Black Wall Street and Tulsa, Oklahoma got bombed up? We had our own communities in America and they got bombed. It was funded by the KKK and the police.
That's right.
So we the real Jews.
That's right. But or the synagogue of Satan.
There ain't no synagogues, but they in the synagogue of Satan, right? So we already know who the fake Jews are. So you the real Jew. That's right. You the son of God, man. You the children of David, right? You have the light, right?
That's right.
Keep going on that.
Yeah, sit on that. Right? You can give me 2 Corinthians chapter 21 verse 7. I believe that's what I want, right? Because you the real Jew. Yeah, Second Chronicles chapter 21 verse 7. Yeah, get that out.
The book of 2 Chronicles, chapter 21.
Right? Yeah.
The book of 2 Chronicles, chapter 21 and verse 7.
The Lord made a promise to us. Bring it out.
Howbeit, the Lord would not destroy the house of David.
He would not destroy the house of David. We're the house of David. Right? Bring it out.
Because of the covenant.
Because of the covenant. So when we was reading Deuteronomy, we're going to go break down what the covenant is about. Because we got laws, we got statutes and commandments that we must abide by. So he won't destroy the house of David because of this covenant. Bring it out.
That he had made with David.
He made with who?
That he had made with David.
So he made one with David. He made one with our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He made one with us, right? And we got the ultimate covenant. And this is our book right here. We must open up and find our nationality and our heritage. Bring it out.
And as he promised.
Right? As he what?
And as he promised.
Bring it out.
To give a light.
Give a what?
To give a light.
To give a light to us.
To him and to his sons forever.
For what?
Forever.
And that's the worldwide awakening. That's why we still find out that we the children of Israel to this day. He gave us that light forever, right? So that's why they getting exposed for their lies, man. The light is starting to shine. Why you think we do everything the best? Why you think we cook the best? Why you think we dance the best? Why you think we set the most trends? Everybody wanna look like you. You sag your jeans, everybody sag their jeans. You wear your hat to the back one time, look at white boys now, right? They do everything you do. That's that light that King David was giving on to his sons, man. And you a Jew, right? You descend from David, man. So let's get back into the law, right? Let me get 28 verse 15. Yeah, there we go.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15.
You can give me Leviticus 11 and 7, right? And then somebody can give me Exodus chapter 20. Yeah.
But it shall come to pass,
Right?
if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Right? So we didn't hearken unto the voice of the Lord our God, right? Because he gave us a covenant. He gave us the light. Bring it out.
To observe, to do all his commandments.
To serve and do all his commandments. So it's things that we got to do as Israelites in these last days, man. Bring it out.
And his statutes, which I command thee this day.
So he gave you statutes that he commanded you this day. Bring it out.
That all these curses.
What?
All these curses.
And it's a known fact that blacks in America is the most cursed people on the earth. So all these curses came upon us for doing what? Breaking his commandments. Breaking his statutes. Not obeying. Bring it out.
Shall come upon thee and overtake.
And overtake us, man. As a nation of people, we overtook it. We overtook it. There's nothing that we can do. We cannot build up economics again. We cannot build up black education. You know how many schools was educated before the integration? It was over 114 schools. You know how many schools is funded by black people alone? 17 in America. That's a damn shame. 17 is only funded by us, and they all got slave names. That's the college companies, man. Only 17. It's sad, man. How the hell we gonna educate our own people? And we only got 17 schools, right? I think it's more. I think it's more camps than that. It's like at least 17 camps.
Way more camps.
Way more camps than that. Yeah. So this is how we really gonna teach our people with these camps is why you see it lined up right now. So we doing more than black economics and black education.
That's right.
We going out there in these streets, man.
Bring
Just
that
like
out.
brothers like you, man.
Real
Wake
education.
you up. Real education. Bring it out.
Cursed shalt thou be in this city.
So you're gonna be cursed in the city. How we living in the D? 6 Mile, Joe Road, Elmer Street. How we living? Ghetto. Cursed. Yep. And they said ghetto. And if you remember at Auschwitz, right, when Hitler had those fake ass Jews in the what? In the ghettos.
Ghetto.
But we the ones that's really in the ghettos.
Dwelling place of the Jews.
So who the real Jews? To tell you that too. So that's all through spirit. The brother said the ghetto.
And cursed shalt thou be in the field.
And when was he cursing the field? Slavery. He was cursing the field in the cotton field, right? Cotton field, plantations. The Benjamites was picking sugarcane, right? They was picking so much sugarcane, they was making that Queen of England over there rich as hell. That bitch that's sitting on that throne over there in England, that's
right.
Queen. That bitch is sitting on 400 years of cotton.
That's right.
Right? With her goddamn blood African diamond on her neck. We're gonna take all that back, right? You best believe. But what I'm saying is, she was doing the business deal with Trump like 2 years ago. She was walking around America. Why is the Queen of England walking around America? Because she owned land here. They own this place. They own land in America. They own square inches, man. Right? So she is one of the main products. The British, the Spanish, and the French, and America. They all had their hands in the transatlantic slave trade, right? The Portugal, the Dutch, the Irish built the police force, right? Them devils, man. The Italians, all these devils had their hands in our slavery. But the main point is that they had those Benjamites, they built the London Bridge over there, right? So it's just not just America. It's a worldwide captivity. They built the damn London Bridge. In the Chan Dynasty, we built the we built the Wall of China. In the Chan Dynasty, you gotta look these things up. These was ruled by black people, right? So we got all these different places, right, that we served captivity in because we curse in the city and we curse in the field, right? We curse in the major places and we curse in these places in America. You can never get out this place, man. We built the railroads. They had us blowing up mountains and shit just to get the railroad so the white man can build up his industrial infrastructure. And guess who working in the industrial infrastructure more than anybody? So-called black people that build all these Hellcats and Chargers that you see Jake having fun with. Jake had to build those.
Railroads.
The railroads, man. So just like how they had us in slavery building the railroads, we all got the Chrysler jobs. How many white men you seen in line in a Chrysler job? Not many. They not on the assembly line. They running the cranes. Yeah, they the boss. They build those buildings, but they not on the assembly lines. And I bring it up because if you're a Detroiter, you know what I'm talking about, right? We all had to get those jobs, man. And Chrysler and Ford. My grandfather retired from that, man.
They're working General Motors right now.
General Motors right now. You see what I'm saying? So we built the railroads, and now we working for General Motors. You see what I'm saying? This industrial, we still in slavery. So the big point now I'm making is that we curse, man. So let's get 48. Yeah, I want that one too.
Verse 48.
Start at 47.
Verse 47.
Right?
Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart for the abundance of all things.
Matter of fact, go to 46.
Verse 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign
Yeah, that's what I want. Bring it out.
and for a wonder.
A sign and a wonder, man. So just like how me and you can relate to this, it's a sign and a wonder on us who these Israelites are. Bring it out.
And upon thy seed forever.
And upon a what?
Upon thy seed forever.
So just like how our forefathers had to go through it, it's upon our seed forever. So don't never let nobody ever tell you that you're not suffering from slavery. The Bible says it's on our seed forever. So just like how our forefathers built the railroads, now we at General Motors. Now we on the assembly lines, man. So the scriptures is going hand in hand with what we're talking about. Bring it out.
Because thou servest not the Lord thy God
Right.
with joyfulness. And
We didn't even take delight in our power. Our God, the God of Israel, right? Bring it out.
and with gladness of heart.
Right? Bring it out.
For the abundance of all things.
For the abundance of all things was taken from us. This is why we don't own nothing. Because we didn't take abundance in all things that the Lord gave us. Bring it out.
Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies.
Right? So when you go clock in that job, that CEO is who? The so-called white man, right? So you're going to serve your enemies, right? Bring it out.
Which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger.
He sent them against us in our hunger. So when you want to go to the grocery store, who you got to go to? White man. Or if you go to a cheap spot, you got to go to a cookie mart, goddamn Arab, Aki, right? You got to go to one of them devils, man. And they be trying to oppress us too, selling us pork. And they don't eat pork them damn selves. Right? Hookah, giving us all the cheap liquor, Mad Dog, MD 2020. Yeah, y'all brothers know, man. Bring it out.
And in thirst.
And in thirst. So that's your alcohol right there too, man. You gotta go to the devil just to get a drink. And also just water and general purpose items as well. When you're thirsty, you gotta get taxed by the government. You gotta pay a water bill and water fall free out the sky. You collect water, you get fined. Goddamn shame, that's the devil, man. Bring it out.
And in nakedness.
And in nakedness. So your clothes, your Gucci, man, your Burberry, you know what Jake likes to live fly, which is our people. You gotta go to your enemies for all these things. That Gucci belt, that's not a black man, that's a white man. You gotta go to Louis, right? That's a white man. You gotta go to Levi's, that's a white man. So Tommy Hilfiger, Tommy Hilfiger told he don't want niggas wearing his clothes. So goddamn Tommy Hilfiger, but you know Jake's still gonna wear it, right? So we gotta go to them. That's the point. We gotta go to these things just to wear clothes. It don't mean that they're still clothes, but imagine if our own people had Tommy Hilfiger and Louis Vuitton, we would be doing better as a people. But the Israelites had to go through that curse. So who is this talking about? Who is it talking about in totality? Who was going through these things?
Oh, we were.
Yeah, we were. So we the Israelites. That's the whole point. We drilling it deep down so we can prove it to you. We don't want to just let you walk in the street and think, oh, I learned something about these young dudes. They told me I'm an Israelite. No, we want you to actually look in the Bible. So when people ask you, yeah, I know I'm an Israelite, because they went in the book that was written over 4,000 years ago and broke it down to me, man. Bring it out.
And in want of all things.
So anything you want, man. Right. You want to have a child, you got to get a birth certificate, death certificate. You got to get a damn license to fish, to gather fish. Where did Jesus Christ have a license to go fish with Peter? Where is that at? Where he get a license? He paid all those people. Where he said, oh, damn, Caesar and Pontius Pilate, goddamn devil, I need my license. Man, he just went in there and fished. Right? He just cast a net in the sea. Right? You need a license. And that's spiritual today too, man. Right? We want to come out here, they want to charge you for gas, they want to charge you to park. We don't need no license to fish, let us fish, man. Right, spiritually, so bring it out.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
Who are the only people on the earth that had yokes of iron upon their neck?
We were.
Read that one more time.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
So the children of Israel that was going to go into Egypt again on ships, sold to the enemies, had to serve in captivity for the one of all things, clothes, food, hunger, right? Curse for not serving God and keeping the commandments was going to have yokes of irons upon their neck. And you want to talk about any black history, man, this is our history right here in this book, right? This is talking about us. So that all happened because we disobeyed. So let's get what happens when we do obey. We got laws and things that happen when we do obey, but how do we obey? Do we just say, oh, I love God, or I obey? I know I'm a slave in America, I'm sorry, get me out of this place. No, we got something that we got to do. So let's get Deuteronomy chapter 12, verse 10. I think that's what I want.
10 and 12.
10 and 12. Time. Book of Deuteronomy chapter 10, verse 12.
Yeah.
And now Israel, what doth the Lord thy God require of thee? Who is Israel?
We is the children of Israel.
Who? Say that again?
We is the children of Israel.
We the children of Israel, right? So the brother already know. That's talking to you. Bring it out. But to fear the Lord thy God, to walk in all his ways. You gotta do what?
But to fear the Lord thy God,
You gotta fear.
to walk in all his
You
ways.
gotta walk in all his ways. So everything I'm gonna bring out, you must do it. This is how we gonna get out as a nation of people. Right? Bring it out.
To love him, to serve the Lord thy God
Right.
with all thy heart and with all thy soul.
Right?
To keep the commandments of the Lord.
Do what?
To keep the commandments of the Lord.
The Lord tell us, brother. Keep the commandments of the Lord, right? So, hey, the brother knows. So let's bring out some commandments, man. Right? Bring it out. Let's get Leviticus 11 and 7 real quick. Because this is one that we break all the time. And I'm going to ask you questions so you can prove it to yourselves. I like doing that, right? Bring it out.
Book of Leviticus, chapter 11, verse 7.
It ain't nothing hard. If you don't know the answers, I'll just go for it. Bring it out.
And the swine.
And the what?
And the swine.
What swine? Yeah. Swine flu was a pig. H went in one.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. The swine is a pig. That's an ancient old term for it, right? So the pork, the pig, the bacon, the pepperoni, the sausage, right? All that. Bring it out.
Though he divide the hoof,
Though he divided the hoof, right?
and be cloven-footed,
Right?
yet he chewed not the cud.
Yeah, he chewed not the what?
Yet he chewed not the cud.
What it's saying right there is saying he don't properly digest his food. He just slop it all up, all in his gut, right? Like a dog, same thing, right? So a pig is what?
He is unclean to you.
No, we can eat him.
He is unclean to you.
No, man, I want to go to Happy Street, so I'm going to get that 2 for 1.
He is unclean to you.
He is unclean unto you, right? So that tells us that we can't eat pork, right? That's not a Muslim culture. That's in the Bible, right? They got that from us, right? So you as an Israelite, if you did eat it, you got to repent and not do what? You can't eat what? You can't eat pork, man. And then, now here go the question. Our people got high cholesterol, diabetes, and gout from eating all these different things. A pig, does it sweat? No. It doesn't even have veins. It only has main arteries, right?
Ain't got no hair neither.
They got hairs, and you gotta burn them off when you cook them. They got tiny hairs, right? And this is what our people eat and get sick. And they get that to us in slavery, too. The stomach of the pig, the shitlets. You gotta wash the shit out with the guts. It's a slave food, man. Why are we eating that? Yeah, right? So it's a nasty animal. So you gonna eat pork?
Yeah, not no more.
That's right.
Time.
Right? But here's the thing. It's kind of hard for people because they think about, when you think about, oh, I'm gonna get my pepperoni. Get beef pepperoni. It's way better. It's thicker, right? They want their bacon. Get turkey bacon. I never liked pork bacon anyway. Right? All that fat on the side of it. Get the turkey bacon. You can microwave it faster. Eat it on the go, man. Right? So you can have alternatives. Lamb. You ever had lamb ribs? Man, look, brother. You don't even have to season lamb. I'm not lying to you. I would not tell you go get some lamb and cook it for yourself. Trust me. For Passover that we about to keep, we don't season it, and it be tasting good, man. Right? So you gotta get some lamb, right? When I had lamb, I ain't never looking back. No meat tastes better than lamb. For real. Right? You got mutton chops, you got all that. You gotta get some lamb, man. So goddamn pork. So let's continue on. So your brother got that easy.
Of the flesh shall you not eat.
Because believe it or not, our people will argue that all day, right? My father got a problem with that verse. And look at him. He not doing too good with his own damn health, man. High cholesterol, runs in the family, because they keep continuing to eat this damn swine. Bring it out.
Of the flesh shall you not eat,
Right?
and the carcass shall you not touch.
So it's so unclean, you can't even touch their dead carcass. So you see a dead pig, you gonna touch it? Hell no, you gotta run the hell out that food, man. Right? And you do touch it, you better wash up, man. Bring it out.
They're unclean to you.
They're what?
They're unclean to you.
That's how unclean they are. You can't even touch a goddamn dead pig, man. Right? Bring it out.
These shall you eat of all that are in the waters.
Now it's things that you can't eat. So we got one that you can't do. Now we got things that we can do. Bring it out.
Whatsoever hath fins and scales.
Whatsoever have what?
Fins and scales.
So this is the attribute of a fish. Yeah, a fish. Right? So what got fins and scales? You got palate, you got different fish, you got bass, you got red snapper, you got salmon, right? You got all these different fish. And these are good fish that you eat. And I like to call it the armor of the sea. With the scales, they protect it from the algae. The parasites don't go through the scales, so they're clean fish. Anything that's not armored by the sea, they don't have no fins and scales, they usually an unclean fish. Like a goddamn catfish, man. You gotta dig it out the murky, muddy holes. He up in there, he just in there in the crevices. He can't stand the light.
God knows what is in that mud,
God knows
brother.
what's, like the brother said. Who knows what's up in there? You digging in there. Right, just to eat them out. And same thing, that don't have fins and scales. So let's break it down. Let the scriptures talk, right?
God.
Whatsoever hath fins and scales in the waters and in the seas, in the rivers, them shall you eat.
So go ahead, man. You gonna eat all that. They got fins and scales. Cook it up, man. Right? Make some kebabs out of it. Grill that boy up, man. Get some lemon pepper. Go to town, man. But it's things that you can't do, eat them. Bring it out.
And all that have not fins and scales in the seas and in the rivers, of
Right.
all that move in the waters,
Right?
of any living thing which is in the waters,
So everything that's in the waters that don't have fins and scales are what?
they shall be an abomination unto you.
Abomination unto you, man. So what don't have fins and scales? Let's see if you can name something.
Don't have fins and scales?
Don't have fins and scales.
What, like fish? A type of fish? Or
Anything that's in the sea. Yeah, fish,
animal? I mean,
shellfish. Do they have fins and scales?
no, not a
No,
shell.
so let's name the shellfish. Got crab, shrimp, and lobster.
Got oysters.
Oysters, right? Mussels, clams, scallops, squids.